want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field. It can take off and run when under duress.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walton. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Walton. He's at the 30. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Aaron Donald with a sack. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. The quick slant caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
McCann's kick up and good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Off the play fake, Sherwood. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Sherwood. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Sherwood. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Well, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
And supported by Bass, up and go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 21 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here's Hardman to return. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Sherwood taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Throwing on first down. Sherwood looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Looking to throw. Sherwood. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big loss there of about 7 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down. Back to throw. Sherwood dancing to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try to find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he works free. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Sherwood taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sherwood. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluded, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's Lawrence.
Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To try again after the sack. Lawrence throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the run, it's Robinson. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they call a run on 3rd and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw the ball on 3rd and a mile, right? But instead they decided to run the football because sometimes what you get is the defense is playing a little bit lighter. A lot of extra defensive backs, and they're loosened up for the pass. They found some running room and really converted.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence
sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Now Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Lawrence will throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
final shot before break. Sherwood. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sherwood. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sherwood. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They go play action with Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Second down at 7.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this a 39-yard attempt.
McCann's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, Sherwood. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way down to the 27. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sherwood. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
K'Lavon Chaisson
in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
To throw on 3rd down, Sherwood. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Josh Allen getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw on second down, Sherwood. That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive, Lawrence. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touch. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
7 yards, the pickup there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, it's Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Caught on a slant. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Mecole Hardman. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sherwood steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Sherwood being chased out left. And he gets it down to the 32. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They hand this off to Harris. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And that makes it a 9-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. It's Walton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Walton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. He finds his man complete. It's Walton. Now Lawrence going to get his guys to go quickly. From the 16, Lawrence. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. But to throw again is Lawrence. Able to complete this to Shenault. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. From the gun, Lawrence. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. 2nd down and goal. Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So that'll back him up 5. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.